What's up, YouTube? This is Elite 4 Legend, and today for you I have my Double Battle Season 2 team for you guys. I'm going to talk about strategy, I'm going to talk about the mons I chose and why I chose them, and we're going to see how good I do this season. So last season we said we're going to win some games. I didn't. Last season I said I'm going to do upload the videos with commentary. I didn't. Last season I said that we were going to show you all of the movesets for the monsters that I've got, all the EV spreads. I didn't. We're going to change that for Season 2. I'm going to win some games. I'm going to upload with commentary, and I'm going to show you some EV spreads and movesets for a particular monster. So in case you like one of my mons, you can go down in the description, see what those movesets are, and you can also tell me to change something, because I want all of the constructive criticism. Last season I talked about how I've never really competitive battled before. I've played the games since Red and Blue, but I've only really just beaten the game, beaten the Elite Four, and just caught legendaries. I've never really got into it, so this is something that I'm new at, and this is something that I really want to get good at. Next year in 2017, I really would like to do a regionals tournament. I'd like to do a lot of local tournaments. This is something that's been really fun for me to do, and I wish I had picked it up a lot sooner. So without further ado, let's get going. So a lot of problems I had with Season 1 was I got outsped a lot. And that was a huge problem, because if I had about half life left, if my opponent had about half life left, either one of us was going to get KO'd next turn. Chances are I got outsped, and I was the one getting knocked out. And that's a huge mistake. That's a big deal on my part. So I'm really went with speed this time. So I've got Whimsicott, whose base speed is like 120. I also picked up Hydreigon for Tailwind, so I can run Tailwind. I've also picked up Cofagrigus, so I can run a Trick Room team, because I've got Steelix, I got Wailord. So for a lot of my slow mons, Trick Room would be a really good thing. So with that being said, and the Whimsicott in mind, I was able to bring a monster from my Season 1 team to my Season 2 team without having to draft it, so I went with Gallade. And one of the reasons for that is because it's got an ability I really like, and it's called Justified. And what Justified does is every time it gets hit with a dark type attack, its attack raises. So that's another reason I got Whimsicott, not only because it's fast, but it also knows a move called Beat Up, which will hit for like 10 or 20 base power, but it'll hit like 4 or 5 times, and I can hit my Gallade right off the bat. So after the Gallade is almost ×4 attack, I can then Drain Punch, which also I picked up Lucario because it knows the same thing with the same ability. I can Drain Punch my opponent, and whatever HP I lost from my Whimsicott, I'll just get it right back. And with ×4 attack, I can do a ton of damage. The other reason I picked up Whimsicott is because there was a ton of dragons drafted in this season, so I definitely wanted a fairy type to help counteract that. I already talked about using Tailwind with my Hydreigon. Also, I picked it up because I really needed a strong special attacker. Next, you're going to see a Delphox. I picked up Delphox for 2 reasons. A, type coverage, because it is Fire Psychic, and B, it knows a move called Roleplay, which I can hit a Pokemon with Roleplay, and I will actually use their ability. So I can take Lucario or Gallade's Justified ability. I can take Hydreigon's Levitate ability in case I want to hit with an Earthquake. I can take Maractus's Water Absorb ability, so I can actually soak up water moves. Which is really good for Surf, because I have a Wailord that can Surf. And what Water Absorb does is anytime you're hit with a water attack, it will just regain HP. Sorry, my boy's trying to get at the microphone. Next, I pick up the Cofagrigus for the Trick Room team. It is a really slow monster, so if I can get off a Trick Room, I have a Cofagrigus, I've got Steelix, I've got Wailord, all super slow Pokemon that I can hit first, and I can hit with a lot of damage most of the time. Next, I went with Maractus, because I needed a grass-type Pokemon, and I've actually had a lot of luck with Maractus because it knows Cotton Guard. It's got the ability to Water Absorb, so if I pair it up with my Wailmer, it's losing HP. I can hit with a Surf, regain HP, and then, of course, another cool strategy I'm going to try with my Wailord is Wailord knows a move called Soak, and I can soak any monster that I soak turns into automatic water type. So if I can do that with a Whale Lord, and then I can hit a Giga Drain with my Maractus, not only am I doing a ton of damage because it's going to hit for super effective, but I'm also getting HP back. So this Maractus can be a really good wall, and it can be really bulky if I play my cards right. We already talked about Lucario, so next is my Dragalge. It is Poison Dragon, and I wanted a Poison type because of Sludge Wave that will hit every monster in the field, and I also have a Lucario and Steelix, which are Steel type, and they won't be affected by Poison type damage. So I can double battle. I can easily use pair up with my Dragalge with Lucario and Steelix. Steelix, I can do Earthquake, and that will be good with my Hydreigon. That will be good with my Delphox if I have the Roleplay ability and take the Levitate ability, so I can always hit with an Earthquake, which is always good. I can take it out, use a Stealth Rock, and all that other good stuff. And he's just really, really bulky, and I wanted that. And last thing was the Whale Lord, which no Soak, which no Surf, so I can do the Water Absorb. It's really bulky, it's really slow, so it'll benefit from the Trick Room. And that's kind of the team that I've kind of put together. So I found myself having a lot easier time finding out strategy in Season 2 than for Season 1. Just battling 4 or 5 times last season made me a better trainer, I feel like, made me have better ideas. So I hope they come through. Hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, if you guys have any advice for me at all, I would love to hear it. So please leave a comment if you like my team. If you don't like my team, you can call me a dumbass. I really don't care. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys have a good day, and